My name is Jenks. Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate
I remember this guy
Follin,
being super
a
funny.
PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake
Like
in the
character
woods on the
acting is
outskirts of the tiny village. Simon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighboring village. He started at the Atlas course a few months ago. Simon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting, but the sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight.
All right.
It's time for some answers.
So we're visiting Simon first. Oh yeah. We should first look at this.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment. Ah, this might come in handy.
Burglary. What a great detective.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So last Friday's meeting, I think. Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. And she would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So you're the one with
Tell me a bit
homebrew
about
outside of your house.
It's just
Simon.
business management.
Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well. You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college.
There we go. There we go. Finally.
Ah, so how did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college? Did you know Kate?
Not very well. She came in a few times, but she was quite a moody person.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live?
Farmhouse!
And what's your name?
Alright, let's go to the farmhouse.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew? Thompson's Star? Yeah, I've tried it. Did he sell it? Well, to me, not for money anyway. He's in trade. Yeah, okay. What did you trade? To make a nice herbal tea, as it happens. Him and his girlfriend were into it. He makes weed! Lethal. Strong. Knock your eyes out.
This is the weed grower. He's the hippie of the...
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want. Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. Mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind,
It's basically a job.
communicating with the dead.
In
Is
case
that what
don't
you
want-
use them for, James?
This is the guy who sells
Communicating with the
weed,
dead.
James.
And they make them for other
Of course, he
people
has
these days.
other types.
And there's a
of
market
toys.
for these, is there?
Like you think it's
People
oh,
want to
you
talk
think
to
it's
the
just
dead.
a one-trick
Even if
pony?
they don't
He has a
believe in
bunch
it.
of ways to
You make a
get you
profit
on,
on.
get you
I
high.
do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
Thank you.
Oh, the mask!
I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's? Or
That's
Ryan's?
Dream's mask, obviously. Looks just like it.
Do you know what this is?
Masks allow you to play it being someone different for a while. Students find it quite liberating.
Dream
So this
taught
would be
them
for a
that.
student.
I think that one's
Dream's
fine,
actually
but
one of the teachers
students
at
do win,
Atlas.
yes.
If that's okay? Ever seen this?
That's so good.
Should I have? No, it's okay.
I love how he puts it on. Like the mask just imagine the mask just possesses him. Jenks becomes the murderer in this story, and we play as him killing all the other guys. That would be sick.
Do you
Have
want
a look
questions,
at
please?
this. Know anything about that?
I haven't
Right.
seen this one, but it looks a lot like an Atlas mask. We use them for some of the workshops and stuff.
Really? How?
Well, you have to say something boastful or arrogant. You do it first without the mask, and then you say it with a mask.
And the point is?
Well, it's easier when you
Well,
have
I
a mask
mean,
on, isn't it?
we're all
People are
massive
not
Dream
as afraid
stands.
to be
I think
free about themselves.
I think you can pretty
did
tell
you
we're
find
all
out
massive
about
Dream
that?
stands.
Well, it was advertised.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she, into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She
Then why
bought
would she buy one?
And, I went round to her flat to try it out. You're meant to see ghosts or spirits or something. It doesn't work.
How do you use it?
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I
In
show
a
you?
mask.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you just stare like this, and then you see.
The music really sells it.
See what?
Sorry,
You want to tell us
look,
something about?
you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't work.
You're meant to see. You're meant to see Mask, the Dream music video.
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Ryan's
Yeah.
affair with Kate.
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student, and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
Yeah, because it was you.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
We just hit the wrong one. There it is.
Okay, so the affair
Yeah, I know it.
that happened was
Give
between
away
Ryan and I.
immediately.
I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan.
That was it. You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I think that's an extra screen that we don't need. He should be in here. Yeah.
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, is that alright?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
He's like, oh, crap.
Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, let's talk about that time you slept with your best friend.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the Manor House about 6.
But you weren't
start
there here.
preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Alright, the mask.
Can you tell me
Put it on. There we go. That's
Haven't seen
great.
that for a while.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
We use dream masks on the course. I'm not gonna let this joke die. Ah, here we go.
Mind not defacing public property, please? What's it to you?
Well, a tree is not park property.
And that's supposed to
unless
make
it's a park.
what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
Yeah, well, hey, Cap. Good job. Oh, he's a punk rocker. Dream got into punk. Still nothing.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village.
Don't remember it. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Suicide last year.
Suicide?
I've got 2 suicides in 2 years.
Can't be a coincidence.
Funny, you've got your work cut out, Jensing.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Right, well, good luck with that. See you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Just need
A few more questions, if you
just
don't
need
mind.
more information. Like this.
What can you tell me about Liam?
I already know I'm about to contradict on
You mean the
this.
boy who committed
I figured it out.
very unfortunate.
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, why did I say know him? I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. You can't admit, can he?
Let's see. I think they were made by Liam. No?
There you go. Come on. Cute.
What's this then?
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I had no idea you were a cook.
Oh no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Well, here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Weed.
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
To grow
You
weed.
knew James that well.
They were pipe buddies.
Really get on.
Nice. Ah, degree in plant science. Sure.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but it'd be interesting to see what he says about
Yeah.
it. Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Mint.
Yeah, Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint.
Magic
Where
mint.
did you find this?
Magic mint.
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum.
That's a new phrase for weed.
Years ago.
There.
It makes you trip.
It's just weed.
It's a hallucinogenic.
Just
and
call it what it is.
Legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that? Skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
There it is.
No.
There it is. Why wouldn't someone in plant science think that much about plants?
So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of Salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's
legal. Why not?
Garden.
What do you do with it?
And it's just
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else?
Simon.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
is. I knew it.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
He's a drug.
No.
He's a drug
How about
smuggler.
Leah?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean. Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. If you don't know about Third Eye, you know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know, we can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant, and selling them on. Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff?
No,
this is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one? What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Yeah,
Thanks for
sorry.
the hints, but I already knew. Where's the mask? There it is. Is it this one? Yes.
Aha.
Easy. Finally got him.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
There we go. Yes.
Aha. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Go on.
I'm not dreaming. I fake my speed
You see,
runs.
Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye.
In a new, improved form, yes. Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right.
Time to meet
See you
Daddy.
later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda.
Local pot dealer.
I suppose Ryan already told you all about our
And
actual
dreaming.
previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Let's do this. Yep. Become part of the dream.
Feel your soul.
You will become one of us.
And wait.
You will wear that mask for so long it's real.
Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
Could you come back later, please?
what's going on here?
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by. Okay.
They're all becoming dream stands. Now everyone will wear masks, just like
They were
dream.
burning woolen dolls. A woolen doll burning ceremony. What a very odd course this is.
Paul? Ah, perfect. Good thing I'm going straight there. Again, Paul, let's try this again. And this time, let's open up his garage and steal his stuff. Ooh, he plays Guitar Hero?
So, those are Ryan's guitars, kept in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
Is Dream gonna try a Guitar Hero speedrun next?
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go
matches
professional.
Dream
If
pretty
he did
accurately,
try, it was
actually.
never gonna happen.
That's
Can you
his
tell
dream
me
pretty
about
well,
doll
actually.
burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
Thank
Well,
you.
that was disappointing.
Probably be back.
You
What
would
do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing?
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind.
Dream.
Just get you into the zone, you know, help with the trance.
A trance?
Yeah.
Trance.
It's like self-hypnosis.
Flying high.
We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind, you know.
So you hypnotize yourself?
I wonder if anyone's heard that song.
How do you do that?
Not.
Just stare into a mirror and chant
I've only heard
something,
that
you
song
know,
before. I've never
just say
seen
the same
the
thing
original.
over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotise yourself.
I mean,
What did you say it was called?
if you don't
Auto-hypnosis.
want to be hypnotized, it doesn't happen. It's your
Self-hypnosis,
choice. You
auto-hypnosis,
choose to
same
be
thing.
hypnotized. You choose to move against your own will. Slavery is a
Too quick to
choice.
play
It's
down
like
the role
Kanye
of
said.
auto-hypnosis on
Oh
the
my
course.
god.
I'll have to
This course.
ask around about this. What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Did he play
I know
for
he
you in your
plays.
affair?
Because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well?
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every night. But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone.
That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college. Yeah.
More questions, if you don't mind. Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force... to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized.
That's
It's
the
not something out of your
stupidest thing I've
control.
ever heard.
You can't be hurt or damaged in any way.
Why would anyone want to be hypnotized?
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
Okay, he's done. Why would anyone want to be hypnotized? That's the stupidest thing ever. Yeah, that's an obvious one.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
That's pretty obvious.
Well,
How did I miss that?
we did give him various warnings. We did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce
He has to be part of
these
the call.
rules. If
Everyone
they
has to be
pay
part
their
of the call.
fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a
Well,
kitchen?
why does Ryan keep
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Time to play this. It's just Dream's YouTube introduction video.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many vices that society had traditionally believed to be virtues. Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not virtues.
Just do whatever the heck you want.
Sins. Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness by governments and religions through the ages, with the sole purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us from achieving the same success, happiness, and freedom enjoyed by those at the very pinnacle of society. I'm going to show you that common morality
This actually
is
sounds
nothing
like a
more than
crazy. This
cynical
actually sounds like a
creation of an elite
conspiracy
desperate to
speech.
stay in power. An elite hell-bent on preventing you from reaching your full potential.
Huh?
By making you feel guilty for pursuing success.
Oh.
But the good news is that you can take back control. you can become the success you deserve to be.
This sounds like something you
will
would hear on
give you
Fox
a
News.
unique and powerful advantage. Life in all its technicolor glory can be yours. All that you have to do is to stay, embrace it,
I can imagine Kenneth Copeland making
Enjoy
this
it.
speech.
and learn to love your ambition. Welcome to Atlas.
Wow. The Dream Cult College is more right-wing than I thought. Well, our second DVD of the night. Can't let anyone see that I have this weed. Oh boy. A pickpocket. Why would anyone film this? It looked like it was taken by the person who was pickpocketing, so why would they film it? Ah, here we go. Mugged.
The DVD! That's all they took. Must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though. Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop?
No.
I mean... Oh, wait.
Do you
Yeah,
visit
that makes
Monarch
sense.
Costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasized the word.
Oh, that's the DVD.
Students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
Oh.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah!
What
So
kind of
is that
relationship
where
in
you met
this? They
Ryan as
both
well?
keep
Yep.
secrets from each other, like
Right.
a bunch.
What didn't you like
How
about
is this
the
a
course?
couple?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't the same. I'm pretty sure that was the same day, so. Was it this? There it is! Here we go.
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
That was the night
But you
Liam
weren't
died.
there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night.
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
Well, it was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face.
And you made fun of it?
And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
Transformers.
Simon, please.
I'm pretty sure the dream cult had something to do with it.
Thank you.
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student.
So you didn't know her well?
No.
Nope. I can immediately contradict that. Hardly knew Emma. But, where is it? Bought a freedom necklace. Oh, I did it again. Wait, no I didn't. Yes, I did.
You say you
Crap.
didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one? So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing
Emma
weakness
really gets around
for attractive
with
women.
men much older than her. It's kind of
It
crazy.
was a stupid mistake. But that's all it was.
Oh, now we get to look at the boxes. Well, time to go back to...
Will come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Yeah. What is that? C. Could be my name for all I know. Ooh, devil worshippers.
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
All right.
Well, I heard that you're familiar
Go to the
with
breakfast
Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because
they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
Satanists.
They're making demons.
These
appear.
dream stands have gone too far.
They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up. Then they're putting demons inside them.
God.
You can see them.
See who?
She's bought even more into the conspiracies than James.
Where could you see them?
In the
She
mirrors.
definitely watches One America.
Mirror.
She's
You
on
can't get rid of
Facebook
them.
like 20 hours a
Stay
day.
inside you.
So, how did you
Believes the Earth is flat.
I didn't.
Moon landing is fake. Among other things.
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's she's all wrinkled.
If this is a horror game spin-off, I'd love to play it.
Mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realise I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her.
Okay, that is really creepy.
I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What a very fragile and disturbed person, and utterly convinced that Atlas are worshipping the devil. How are Ryan and Paul going to get out of this one?
Well, it's pretty easy.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
You met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa, lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know?
I love how even he's like, no,
bar,
she
some eggs,
crazy.
I'm talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. But she was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she was more extreme. That's all madness.
Even more than
is.
you?
Being blind to yourself.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I
Good
really
question.
have no idea. The girl is insane.
I mean, it definitely wasn't the ritual we walked in
Frightened of
on.
her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about.
Yes,
I certainly
it
don't recall
is.
anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas.
Yeah, that's easy. Clear as day.
So
I could figure that
you
out.
used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector.
Ah, here we go.
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
That was not...
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
If you play
That's-
cards, right?
Only if you deal. Problems? Hello, Inspector.
That was not a very convincing
See you
slap.
later.
I mean, I'm sure it hurt, but not that much. Yeah. Coffee. No prescriptions. Morphine. Interesting.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Because Kate had morphine in her system.
Yes, please. The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
I guess I should talk to Simon. Okay. Perfect. Time to steal his thing.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
What the heck is that?
Is this yours?
Oh, he dropped two things.
That's from my keys. Where did you find that?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new
Yeah,
car
I
as
mean,
well.
you have a girlfriend that cheated on you and bullied a friend of hers and didn't tell you either of those things. You are pretty trusting.
I think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905.
Oh, yeah. That's just a pin for something. It's okay. I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything.
No. It's not important.
Well, yeah. Completely slipped my mind. Yeah, duh.
So the bike.
The obvious things
get
to me.
Yeah. What's wrong with the car?
Well, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break it.
That's
I
what
think
the
they just
laptop.
walked
That's
in
what
and
the
took
pin is for. His laptop.
The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
I think I'll check it anyway. Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
Yeah, don't take anything valuable to the Dream Cult ever. Ah, there we go. There we go.
Aha.
Can't believe I missed that.
So, you
My
don't
time
take
flies
any
so
medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time. I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home.
You keep some here. I thought you weren't any drugs here. Except your own. Oh, it's that one. Yep. Direct contradiction.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No.
Except your prescription painkillers?
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site?
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have that.
Oh!
Sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
Really? Let's see. Isn't particularly secure.
Aha. So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom.
There's
I keep them in
another
there.
storeroom.
Okay. So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad.
It's time for you to shine, my friend. Oh, it's 1905. I thought it was 19... I actually forgot the combination code. Wow, I'm an idiot.
Welcome to the mirror room. This
Oh,
exercise
dear
is all
God.
about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self. which lies deep in our unconscious.
God,
As
this
you move
is
through the
this is
network
trippy.
of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a
The dream
stranger.
cult has this.
The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions.
Dream hates Persona series
Chant with
confirmed.
us. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free
Someone's
from
here.
myself.
I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past.
Oh my
I
god.
am free from myself.
Turn it off.
This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1.
Liberation masks.
Module
Just like what
2
Dream was.
covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
Simon.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
But it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance.
No wonder Lisa
Then
hated it so
when you're
much.
ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and
Yeah.
only they know the combinations anyway, so...
Aha.
Aha. So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except... you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Really?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo
You were
each
off
other?
with your girlfriend's
It's
best
part
friend.
of the course.
You were both horrible.
To see how far you can push yourself.
This is one of the worst relationships I've ever
If
seen
you
in
can
the
do
game.
something you wouldn't normally do.
Oh my god.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he?
Poppy
He's got some explaining
pods.
to do.
I don't know what poppy pods are, but I know there's some sort of drug. I mean, James has a bunch of drugs. He has weed, he has scrying mirrors, he has a bunch of stuff.
A few more questions, if you don't
I
mind.
don't think we need him again. But here we are.
What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James,
Oh,
let's just
really?
cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that?
Scout's honor.
Just keep pushing.
Whoa.
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
This. Oh god. Those keys will be used for something. I don't know what.
Well,
though.
well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan.
Time to steal his
You got
car.
keys, Kyle?
Okay.
No.
Anytime they want me to go in the woods, it's probably a good idea. Just drive off.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Alright. Let's go to Ryan then. Check.
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all.
Oh, thank you.
be back later on, if that's
I don't
okay.
think I can do anything about it.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea.
I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so.
Yeah.
Aha.
And no opium.
You
was
and
morphine.
Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
$500.
Which is?
One thing.
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide
This
who
is
the prime
what-
candidate
this
is?
is
You
basically
test
capitalism.
students? No. Did you ever, say, ask
The
Simon
dream called
to
just
test
as
Kate, for
capitalism.
instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate.
Wait a minute. How did I miss that?
So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their
By paying them my
progress
money back.
and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
Yep, that's absolutely
Well,
contradiction.
which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference!
Let's do this.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector.
Ah, there it is. Finally.
You say you don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul, because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room.
That's a weird
I've
one.
listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting
Yeah,
this
it's a
away,
pacer
Paul.
test.
We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if you really want to know, 50 grand.
Wow.
She was worth 50 grand.
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean,
Slavery.
perfect employees?
What big
Slavery,
business
capitalism,
needs,
whatever you want to call it, but it's
more than
screwed up.
anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics, push, greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all
Greed
this
sucks. Screw you.
the survival of the
This Dream
fittest.
code is out of whack. I don't think Dream would
There's no
ever
hope,
okay
there's
this.
no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow, except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now?
Of course. I was wondering when we'd get to... I think this is the one scene I remember.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
Well, it's already past midnight, so we all screwed up.
Kyle.
Time for the clearings. Yep, there it is. This took a lot longer than I thought. What is this?
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on.
Take off the masks. This is not how the Dream Clan works.
Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around.
Something tells
Well,
something tells me Dream Stance could eventually get to like this, and that
Knife gives me a
scares me.
perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This
This
is all
acting
part of
is
the
great,
Atlas
though.
course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife.
Holding a knife to a
The
woman's
knife,
chest.
Kyle.
Drop it!
Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
What? This is like Monokuma would think
Well, it's a good
a
job you're
college
not in
would
charge
look
of the
like.
national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector.
Do they
I know what you're trying
have
to
class trials too whenever
I know
a
what you're
student
thinking.
dies?
But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that...
Wow.
Simon killed her. Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
Any more likely than you, Ryan? Pig!
I know. Balls lost brutality.
That joke did not age well at all. That's the only thing I
What
can
would
do.
you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am
Well, who
in
else?
no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please. See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something.
You know, this could have been useful as soon as I showed you this, like the first time I saw you. Like at the very beginning of the game. It's been 6 hours, dude.
It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate.
Maybe here? The only one who would know about the tape besides Ryan and Paul is Rebecca. I'll ask her about it.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know, because I borrowed it.
When was that?
You borrowed it?
Today?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Yep. Boom.
Aha. You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago, is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca.
You're finally...
Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having
after
something to
this
do
whole
with that
thing
woman's
with
murder,
Simon,
aren't you?
Ryan, and Paul,
accusing
and
you
this
of
whole
anything,
Atlas
Rebecca.
thing, and it
Unless there's something
completely
you'd like
throws
to tell me.
you, distracts you from her, and it was actually her all along, I guess.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca. Would you like to explain to me exactly?
And it only takes one line of questioning,
Which
just
bit? The
one
fact that some leggy
contradiction.
bitch was trying to steal my husband.
And there
I
are
think you
signs
better
early
tell me
on,
what you
like
know,
she tries to call her
Okay.
a
You want
bitch
to know what I
like,
know?
immediately
Kate
when we
Vine
first see her.
Seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him.
Nope.
Not only did she sleep with him,
Nope.
that whore did it just for his money. Our
Nope.
money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake.
Why would you even
and then I
put
waited
tape
for her.
on the driver's license
When she
bag?
came out, I told her where it was, that someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you
Flashlight?
try,
You
Rebecca?
have a
But it was too
flashlight.
late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just
You got a big
pushed her
stick.
down with it
Oh
until
my
she stopped.
god, you're an idiot.
Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter? She slept with my husband.
Nope.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who? Emma.
Good job.
It was Emma.
Great job.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder.
Don't worry, I'm sure your husband and your father-in-law will
Have
join
to
you
say
in prison
anything, but
very
anything
soon.
you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence.
The dream cult
against
will
you.
fall.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So,
And that
it
happened.
appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods?
Sequel baiting.
If I hadn't interrupted.
I'm really mad there was
What
no
really
sequel
happened
to
to
this.
Liam
I
last
would have
year?
loved to play that.
Seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places, politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get
Oh,
the
dear
feeling
God.
there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
Excuses. Atlas is closed at the moment, but we're hoping to get there soon.
And there it was. That's Contradiction. 6-hour gameplay. Oh my god, I thought this would take half that time.